Three, two, one.
So, my name is Nikhil, and this is going to be a part 2 of our Paracord bracelet video, where we're going to be making keychains. So these are the keychains. These two keychains are made with the same principle as the Cobra bracelet that we saw before. So with that, you're not using buckles. You're going to just use a singular piece of rope that's going to double back on itself. But today, specifically, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a monkey's fist, which is a ball of rope, which in the middle contains a marble. So for this project, we're going to be needing some rope and we're going to cut the rope to about 4 feet. So here we go, cutting it now. Alright, so here we have our rope. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna need to have our rope and our marble. So we're gonna be doing a 4-pass monkey's fist, which means it's gonna be 4 passes on each of the sides. Firstly, to start, you're gonna want to take your 3 fingers and start with the rope a little bit excess off. So here we are. We're gonna make 4 loops around our fingers. 1, 2, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, what we're gonna want to do is I like taking my middle finger out and just working with my 2 index fingers, or middle. So now, I'm gonna go like this, and as we have 4, now we're gonna do is make the inner loop for the marble, so it's gonna be like a little pocket. So we're gonna take our rope, go around the 4 strands we made, and go right back through the other fingers. We're going to do this 4 times. 1, 2, not too tight because you still need to fit the marble inside. 3 and 4. I've made this a little too tight, so I'm going to loosen it up a tiny bit. So, now that we have our little compartment inside, we're going to take our marble and we're going to place it inside. Now that our marble is inside, we can now start working on the other loops. So it should come off very easily, and you should have something like this. Now we're going to take our remainder of our rope, and we're going to start feeding it through. So we're going to take it, we're going to go down through this loop that we've originally made, and we're going to come right back through the underneath. And we're going to do this 4 times again. So here we are at 1, 2, and it's okay if it gets a little messy right now. We just want to make sure we try and keep everything as close together as possible. 2, 3, 3, and make sure there's enough room for all 4 to be here without overlapping. So these are our 4 loops around the middle. Now that we have these 4 loops and 4 loops all around, on the bottom, on the top, on this side, and on this side, what we're now going to want to do is start tightening it up. So what I like to do is I like to use the smaller tail that we have, and I just like to bring it down. trying to keep everything as straight as possible while we're doing this. So with this, we're going to want to go down. And now this is just a process of tightening up the slack that we have. So I go down, then we pull the second one down, and from here, we're going to go back up, and it's just a process. It might be kind of hard at first, but when you start looking at it, you'll figure out what you pull causes the other one to go as well. You want to try feeding everything into one of the two tails. So now we have the bottom almost done. This is sometimes very time consuming depending on how much slack you left. So now that we have our halves done, now we're going to move on to the longer tail piece. So this is going to consist of us just trying to go from the end, getting all the slack out, and repeating. The process over and over again until it starts to come together. One sec, let me see. I'll find the right ropes. You want to make sure everything's in line when you're doing this. So now when you finish this, what you're going to do is cut the remainder of the slack you have off, and that's going to be it. Just a couple more little movements and we'll be done. One more. Sorry, this is just taking a little longer than expected sometimes. One second. I think we are almost done with this. Okay. But to the point, everyone gets the idea. So now we have 1, 2. Now we go up right here. This has to go up, and the second one comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, and then eventually you will get the remainder of the slack out. Alright, so we finally got it. So this is what it's going to look like when you finish it. And now you have the slack. So what you can do is you can tie a knot at the end, like so, and you can use it as a keychain or anything like that. And what you're going to want to do when you finish this is just fuse the ends like we did in the last part. So that's that. And yeah. So this is what it is. Pretty tight. And yeah, that's how you make a monkey's fist. Thank you.